The following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall.
And it is a big fight feel now here in Smash Wrestling. We went a long time to see a matchup like this. Triple threat action. Jake Something just added to this matchup against Mike Bailey and Alex Shelley.
And I'm Veda Scott. I'm still here on commentary because one of our usual commentator, he's taking a little break.
This is Jake Something!
Scott Hunter, Veda Scott here, calling the action for this matchup. And Jake Something, he came out earlier and said he's not here for the Smash Wrestling Championship just yet. Instead, wanting to prove himself against two of the very best that have ever stepped foot inside of a Smash Wrestling ring.
And to me, this is especially interesting because Mike Bailey versus Alex Shelley was, if not the first, one of the first matches announced for Homecoming. They've been prepared for this for a very long time. They fought each other before. They know each other well. Jake Something added as just the X factor to this match. It's very difficult to prepare for someone like Jake Something, who is so huge, so dominant. I know Mike Bailey has fought him before multiple times, but as far as I know, Alex Shelley has never even set foot in a ring with Jake Something.
And that's one hell of an X factor to be added to a matchup last minute.
Introducing participant number 2 from Montreal, Quebec, weighing in at 185 pounds. He is the Impact Wrestling X Division Champion, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Speedball Mike Bailey returning to a Smash Wrestling ring, a fan favorite here in London. He was much a topic of conversation in the pre-show meet and greet Q&A. Fans thrilled that he's getting an opportunity to showcase his talents all around the world now.
Yeah, as you heard, a current X Division champion, and it was in Impact Wrestling that Speedball Mike Bailey did face Alex Shelley in incredible. Some people said it was the match of the weekend down in Dallas, a time when Mike Bailey had 9 matches over the course of that weekend, and that one stood out in particular.
Just an insane workload from Mike Bailey.
But again, Jake Something was not in the mix at that time. And Alex Shelley, of course, has a huge opportunity coming up. He's the #1 contender for the Impact World Championship. These are 2 men who are at the top of their game. But again, Jake Something, I mean, just look at him. How can you prepare for this?
I don't think there is any preparation for a man like Jake Something. And Alex Shelley, a former Smash Wrestling champion in his own right, making his return to the promotion. This is the first time we've seen him in years.
Well, as Jake said earlier, he's not ready to go after the Smash Wrestling title yet. He wants to prove himself. What better way to prove yourself than beating a former Smash champion?
Introducing participant number 3 from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 199 pounds. He is the king of the independents, the fighting artist, the time splitter, the Motor City machine gun, Alex Shelley.
And Veda, you gotta think that the winner of this matchup has to be in line, or at least in the conversation, for an opportunity to the Smash Wrestling Championship at a future date. These are 3 big names here.
Alex Shelley just taking a moment to soak it all in.
As I said, it's a long time since he's been here. Of course, the leader, the founder of the 4th Gun faction that ran roughshod over Smash Wrestling for well over a year. The man who stole the championship and ended the undefeated streak of Matt Cross.
That little wave from Mike Bailey up to commentary, always appreciated. He always appreciates the announcers. But they are now squarely focused on Alex Shelley. I know Mike Bailey prepared for Alex Shelley, but again, with Jake Something added to the mix, let's see how they can just reconfigure those plans.
I already know the fans are prepared for what we're about to witness in this triple threat matchup.
Sounds like a lot of people behind Speedball, as we have expected. Again, Alex Shelley, not just in his history with Smash Wrestling, but in general, such a divisive figure. That level of confidence can come across as arrogance. Some would say it absolutely is, but he's an independent wrestling legend.
He absolutely walks a fine line between arrogance and confidence, but you can't deny what he's done in his career. There's the Bell triple threat matchup now underway, and a speed advantage here. I gotta say, he has to go probably to the X Division champion here, Mike Bailey.
Whoa.
But
we getting started? Oh, everyone's kind of just sizing each other up here.
No one wants to jump the gun here. No one wants to be the one to make the first mistake. And again, the size of Jake Something definitely adds to this matchup.
Whoa.
Nice go behind there.
Yeah, you'd imagine it would change up the pacing at least, and now, oh.
Nice switch there as they keep trying to get the upper hand on each other. Jake Something now using his size to his advantage here.
Oh, double headlock.
And if you're Bailey and Shelley, you might have to work together here to take the big man down, get him out of the equation.
Oh, the strength of Jake Something already a factor in this match.
And Veda, what's the strategy in a triple threat match as opposed to a one-on-one competition?
Oh, avoid being tackled by a freight train, aka Jake Something.
Easier said than done. Something picking up some speed here.
Big arm drag by Bailey.
As the pace starts to pick up.
But in all seriousness, the hardest thing in a triple threat match like this is to remember that it is one fall to a finish, and it is impossible to keep your eyes on two opponents at once. So you just have to do your best. You have to do your best to avoid, you pin someone and then immediately someone can flying through the air, break that pin up. Same with the submission. It's impossible to keep track of everything that's going on, especially with athletes the caliber of the three in the ring right now. But you just have to try to just maintain some semblance of control over yourself and over your opponents. Very, very difficult.
Ring positioning, a very important factor in a triple threat match. And again, all three men slowing down the pace, trying to...
Oh
my God! Big right hand from Jake Something. That takes Bailey out of the equation. And another one there for Shelley now.
One strike is all it takes for Something to just level his opponents. Big lariat maybe. No, Shelley in control.
Shelley trying to make Jake Something pick up the pace here, and I think that is the strategy they need to use. Use their speed to an advantage against a man that size, as Shelley able to take Something down, and Shelley rolls to the outside, but here comes Bailey.
Bailey springing in with an arm drag.
Mike Bailey just so fluid in the ring. Everything he does just looks so perfect. As the pace picks up some more drop kick, takes Shelley all the way to the outside.
But wait, Jake Something.
Bailey ready for him though.
Oh!
As he stands on the ring, hang on! Look out! Bailey with a dive to the outside, taking out Shelley.
Eyes on Jake Something.
And there's
oh no!
Slam onto the ring apron. There is no give there, just solid steel.
Jake Something just snatched Mike Bailey out of midair.
And that is the exact type of statement Something was looking to make here tonight, making his Smash Wrestling debut. Alex Shelley, though, back into the action here, hanging up Something on the top rope.
Something staggered, but still not going down. And it looks like Shelley is gonna climb. High risk.
Double accidental, now he's caught. Something has no time for the high-flying action of his opponents here. Just stacking them up and taking them down, trying to find one to make a cover. 2 count as Shelley able to get the shoulder up, and Bailey wisely rolling to the outside of the ring, trying to get himself a breather, but at the same time, the action continues on the inside.
Jake Something, you asked me what's a good strategy for a triple threat match. Well, so if you have the strength to use one opponent as a weapon against the other, that seems like a pretty good strategy. Not one I've ever personally been able to employ. Jake Something again, another choke slam? Oh,
Shelley had it scouted though, but the grip has not been broken. And again, Shelley lands on his feet, but the grip is just...
Oh, that's another sort of grip entirely.
I was gonna say the grip of Shelley. That's one way to get yourself out of a hold. And triple threat rules, Veda, there are no disqualifications. This is perfectly legal.
Our official is sort of gently warning against it, but it's more of a suggestion.
And now putting the hand in the mouth, that's gross. Forearm shot, staggers something, but something remains on his feet.
Yeah, Alex Shelley, I think, just realized that Jake something didn't go down. And now Shelley with a front face lock. Something! Oh!
That lariat might have just taken the life out of Shelley. Cover. Only a 1 count, though. But Shelley now seeking refuge in the corner, trying to use the ropes to help him pull himself back to a vertical base. And
Jake something, relentless.
Staying on the hunt.
Whoa! You could hear that, the clang of that turnbuckle and then the clang of Jake something with that lariat right into a
stacked
cover.
up now, and Shelley again kicking out, but every time he has to kick out, he uses more and more of that energy. And Jake something doing exactly what he needs to do against an opponent with the speed of an Alex Shelley, slowing him right down, and Bailey almost back in the ring, and something noticed it, knocking him right back down on the outside.
Jake something has just been so dominant, but he did say he was here to make a statement.
Well, and this is a big difference here in this matchup is Jake something came prepared to enter this matchup. He's the only one prepared for this triple threat. Oh, he just stacks up. That's the raw power of Jake something.
Shelley behind, just ate an elbow.
Right to the back of the ear as he staggers in the corner. Something has him sized up, but Shelley catches him.
Oh!
And he gets a face full of turnbuckle. Can Shelley capitalize, though? Jake something wisely rolling onto his stomach.
This is maybe giving Alex Shelley a moment to recover. He finally is able to create some separation to physically just get away from Jake something.
And that in and of itself against an opponent the size of Jake something is impressive. Foot up right to the jaw. Now 2 feet, something still at a vertical base, and Bailey out of nowhere with a foot right to the jaw. And now Shelley directing traffic, telling Bailey go up top. And they're going to work together against the big man.
This is another attempted strategy because, again, it's every wrestler for themselves. But if you can take out the big man, we get back to the original matchup, the matchup that I know that Shelley and Speedball both prepared for.
Well, this is the matchup that fans are prepared to see tonight as well.
Though I don't think anyone's disappointed with Jake something tonight.
And now these two just going to exchange those forearms back and forth. I don't know if you want to get a striking matchup with someone like Speedball Mike Bailey.
But again, Alex Shelley was the one saying to bring it on.
And these guys, they're not even feeling these shots. They're just so focused on beating the hell out of each other. They're going to feel it in a minute, though, I can assure you, once the adrenaline wears off.
And I mean, to give you just a little BTS here, I traveled here with Mike Bailey. He was very, very focused on Alex Shelley, strategies for Alex Shelley. And I can assure you that Shelley, who is just a scholar of professional wrestling, feels the same way. These two had laser sights on each other.
Shelley now starts to pick the pace up. Bailey with the handspring, landing on his feet, the athleticism. And he catches him with the solar plexus. Another just rapid fire kicks here from Speedball.
Oh, Bart's Comet connecting.
Cover, dead center of the ring. Shelley gets the shoulder up.
Shelley reaching for the ropes, reaching for anything, finally able to roll out of the ring, but I think Mike Bailey has a plan. Jake something!
Jake something! Good God! Mike Bailey just ran into a brick wall.
And the fact that Jake something can move with that quickness at his size is unbelievable. Oh, and something, though, sent all the way to the floor.
Shelley using his momentum against him and delivers a kick right to the jaw. Here comes Bailey with a pump kick.
Shelley and something on the floor. Mike Bailey trying a moonsault.
Taking out both of his opponents. inside the ring now, though, Veda.
Yeah, absolutely. This triple threat match can only end inside of the ring. It only has to be one of them. Mike Bailey's gonna have to choose.
London Music Hall on their feet for the action they're seeing right now.
Bailey throws Shelley back in the ring.
That's a smart strategy. He's the easier one to get back into the ring.
And Shelley crawling, trying to keep some distance.
And Shelley now eats an enziguri kick right to the back of the head.
Oh, could we see it? Ultimate Weapon lined up.
But something back in the ring. Hurricane Rod, oh, wait a second. Something rolls through. The raw power again on display.
Oh!
Just sending Bailey on top of Shelley. Stacks them both up. 2 on. I don't know who would have got the win there.
Jake
Shelley gets the shoulder up.
With a deadlift. Oh, but victory roll into the cover.
2. Something able to kick out of that. Barely though.
Mike Bailey, moonsault, double knees.
Delivering those knees right to the midsection of Jake Something and not allowing him to get back to his feet. Another kick to the head into the cover. Oh, barely, Veda. Something barely able to get the shoulder up.
Somehow Jake Something is still in this. And you can hear the fans here at the London Music Hall. They want this to go on forever. I would say Jake Something disagrees right now.
With the cardio of these 3 guys, it just might.
Oh, that tornado kick got caught.
And Shelley, there's the eyes in the back of your head you have to have in a triple threat match as he jumps Bailey from behind. Tornado DDT just spikes Bailey on his head.
Bailey, like a pogo stick, flies out of the ring. And now this is all Alex Shelley.
Something now trying to take the fight to Shelley, but has the damage been done? Looking for that slice, and it connects! Into a cover here, 2, and Jake Something gets the shoulder
rolling
up.
Through.
Shelley transitions.
Could we see it? Border City stretch.
And that is locked in deep, dead center of the ring. Jake Something a long way from that bottom rope.
Jake Something, he's gonna have to tap here. He's trying.
He's a big man, but you can only take so much.
But Mike Bailey's back in the ring.
And Shelley just realized it. Oh!
Shelley refusing to let go of that submission.
But he is not protecting himself from these rapid fire kicks to the spine.
That submission broken by force.
And now, hang on a second
No
here.
way!
The technical ability of Shelley now as both men are locked in a submission hold.
The leg of Mike Bailey is just grapevine. And finally, Jake Something makes it to the ropes.
And that was impressive, Veda, because he had the weight of 2 men stacked on top of his back to crawl his way there.
Jake Something was in that hold, in that Border City stretch, and then another version of it for quite a long time. And as you said, it goes to note that he did have Mike Bailey on top of him at one point. And it looks like Shelley, with his foot on Bailey's wrist.
And you saw Bailey there reaching for the ropes, trying to get himself back to his feet. And Alex Shelley not allowing him to do so. He's going to help him up himself, though, by the looks of it.
Oh!
Thunderous chop there, just a thud right to the chest of Something, and now Shelley, another one, delivers one down to Bailey as well. Shelley is in firm control of this matchup now.
Yeah, Shelley still holding onto the wrist of Mike Bailey.
And this, what Shelley's doing right now is impressive.
Double wrist lock here.
And that's going to hyperextend the elbow. That can cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is just softening you up for that Border City stretch. And now Shelley, crescent kick into the speedball kicks.
Wow. Repeated strikes back and forth, shot now to the back of the head. Up and over Bailey to the floor. Something delivers a shoulder into the midsection of Shelley.
Yeah, I think Shelley was too focused on Mike Bailey. Big power bomb by,
Wait a second.
Mike Bailey.
Are we gonna see it?
Shelley fighting the powerbomb, and Bailey!
Knees to the spine. You see the elevation of Bailey.
Ultimate weapon onto Jake something. Cover!
And Shelley there to break up the pinfall. What's it gonna take? Feint kick. Dodges though.
Shelley was going for shell shock into a roll up, but oh!
Something just deadlifts him out of it into a gut wrench.
Dunker bomb! Oh, but Alex Shelley, roll up, roll up!
And he steals it! What a matchup!
Alex Shelley!
Alex Shelley with the win!
A surprising finish to a triple threat match as Shelley picked up that pinfall out of nowhere, but what a matchup that was.
And Alex Shelley knows. He knows he stole one there. You saw he got out of the ring as soon as possible.
You still see the disbelief on the face of Speedball there. He can't believe it. He thought he had this matchup won.
There were quite a few moments where he did. When he hit that ultimate weapon on the pile of Jake something and Alex Shelley, I thought for sure it was done. Shelley slid in, broke up the pin, and again, as we said, that is the danger of a triple threat match like this. You have to have eyes quite literally in the back of your head.
And all it takes is 3 seconds to pick up a victory, and Shelley just proved that here, but what a contest.
So what do we think about Jake something? Did he did okay in his debut, I would say.
He can come back.
I would think that we may see him back again after he nearly annihilated two of the greatest professional wrestlers on the planet.